And finally, here's one from BJ. How about a few Gordon Solie tales? I worked with Gordon briefly when I got to WCW. What's your take on Gordon, Rick?
The greatest of all time.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God. I know it's a different time and all that, but I mean, Gordon had that same voice, and he was a technically, I mean, you take Ross, you take Gordon Solie. My favorite, but he didn't do color, was Mean Gene. But I mean, guys like that, you just can't replace them ever. I mean, and the level of enthusiasm and all that, and the way that, Gordon was just. I'll tell you a funny story. So Bobby Heenan, Whitty was right. So this is a Gordon Solie story. So Gordon liked to drink vodka, right? And we would do the WTBS show together, and Gordon and I would fly Delta nonstop into Tampa, and I'd wrestle Tampa in the Bayfront Center, right? So Bobby Heenan said, because Gordon has fallen down a few times, that he calls it that when I do the walk and drop on my face, Bobby Heenan goes, "Oh no, he's doing the Gordon again." Swear to God. That's the truth. Gordon told he could drink a little vodka.
Well, I got told when I got to WCW to not drink Gordon's water because it wasn't water. It was straight vodka in a glass. No, seriously, I got told that.
Yeah, wasn't he a classic guy? He was a class act, man.
Let me play devil's advocate, though. I mean, I tend to think Gordon's in the top echelon of announcers. I think Ross and Shivani are probably better. But I think Gordon did something that's really impossible. Not impossible, but it's what every announcer wants to do, whether it's with the sports team, whether it's with the wrestling promotion, no matter what. He became identified with his promotion. When he was in Georgia and when he was in Florida, when people thought of those promotions, among the first people they thought of was Gordon Solie.
Hey, I still get asked about Gordon to this day. I know I'm living in Florida now, but that shouldn't be unusual. But Gordon at noon at Malio's in Tampa every day.
You know who else I put right up there, Nate? And I know you didn't work a lot in Memphis, but Lance Russell.
Yeah, Lance was good, but not Gordon Solie.
Who were your top three announcers?
Top three people that talk wrestling.
Yeah, top three, play-by-play, color.
Ross, Gordon Solie, and Mean Gene.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oakland. We got to do a whole show on Oakland.
And by the way, I got to go back to this for a second. There's two other guys that need to be recognized as great announcers. Jerry Lawler is phenomenal.
Yep.
He's as good an announcer as he was a wrestler, and then Bobby Heenan on color was the best.
Was I any good?
You were great. You were great.
Sure?
But I'm just saying, when you start talking about announcers, and now, I mean, it's so difficult. Back then, those guys were winging it like you were, Mark. You weren't reading a script. You were selling emotion. That's what made it real. That's what makes you real, is you have studied the business so long. You're asking me questions like an intelligent guy knows, because you do know. That's when you talk about sports. You go to Mark Madden, right?
So that's nice of you to say.
No, when it's real, it's good. When it's something you're just going through to get a paycheck, and I can give you examples of that. There's no way they're not there for something, but it's big time. I mean, it's just really good.
Well, you see,
you're in that group as well.
No, I'm not. But it's nice of you to say.
No, you're not because you didn't do it long enough. But I'm talking about for guys that for the years of time, Gene Oakland. I mean, forever, nobody will ever forget Mean Gene, right? See,
no question.
Nobody's ever going to forget Ross. No one's ever going to forget Gordon Solie.
And Shivani, and Lance Russell. There's a list.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to expand on me being an announcer, but my big problem was, I thought I knew everything, to be honest, when I got the chance.
Yeah.
And I was too hard of a heel. Like Gene told me that once, and I should have listened to him better. Yeah. Gene said, when you heel on the baby faces, show frustration about, they're so good my guy should beat him, but he can't. What's he got to do? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Bobby did that really well. Bobby would say, Hulk Hogan, I hate him. He's so good. He's so strong. Rick Rude's just an inch away. He has to find a way to beat Hogan. They got to put an end to Hulkamania. But
See,
I would
look at that. Look at that. There you are right now. That you should be You should be working for WWE right now.
Well, let me tell you something. With what I've learned, and this will make people really glad I said this. With what I've learned and my experience just talking into a microphone since then, I would be better than all but 2 or 3 of the people doing it right now. There's no question.
There you go. I'll give you that same pat on the back. You just demonstrated it.
Yeah, but I'm too old now. I don't want to go on the road anymore except to St. Louis with you.